Hello YouTube, Retro Rewinder here. Back at you with another video. Kind of took a break for the holidays and all that good stuff. I've got a two-part pickup video here. The first is going to be stuff that I received for Christmas, and the second is going to be a normal pickup video with some interesting stories to go with it. So the first thing we got here, my wife bought this for me, is this Zelda shirt, which is freaking awesome. I love getting the different Nintendo shirts, video game shirts to wear, so it was really cool for her to buy that for me. And the other two gifts also came from my wife, and they were, I should say a few gifts, because she got me multiple things. The first was a game, and she picked up Call of Duty Ghosts for me. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 4, and I said this is another game that I would like to get. So she found this for a good deal and bought this for me for Christmas. I have put probably 4 or 5 hours into it on the multiplayer, and right now I'm not a big fan of it, which is kind of disappointing because I've liked all the other Call of Duty games, but Battlefield 4 right now is winning out for me over this one. And I also got a couple books. She picked up the 30th anniversary Capcom Character Encyclopedia. A lot of people have been picking these up. It's really cool. It's got all kinds of different characters, from fighting games to anything made by Capcom, really. So this is something that I told her I'd like, and she was able to get that for me. And another book I was really excited to get was the Hyrule Historia. I'm currently reading this right now. I'm into the storyline arcs and just got past the Ocarina of Time portion. It's pretty interesting how they go about their storylines in here. But yeah, so those all came from my wife. Moving on, I've got a couple more pickups. The first is going to be from stuff that I got from pawn shops. Not pawn shops, I'm sorry. This stuff is all going to be from flea market, 2 different flea markets. They did have some Game Boy Advance games. This was another Mexican flea market, so most of the people didn't understand what I was saying. So I did ask for some video juegos and got these. Wolfenstein 3D. Another copy of Metroid Fusion. I pick up this game all the time, it seems like. And Zelda Link to the Past and the Four Swords Adventure. So all Game Boy Advance games, and I asked how much they wanted, and they said $5 a piece, and I said, would you do 3 for $10? And they said yes, so I got all 3 of those for $10. I was able to pick up a PS2 for $7, no cables or anything. It does have the network adapter. I'm not sure if a hard drive is in there or not. Haven't really checked on that. From a different booth, this guy had 007 GoldenEye. And for the 32X BC Racers, which I just picked up this game for the 3DO, so that was kind of cool to get for the 32X. And he had $10 on this one and $5 on this one, and I ended up getting both of them for $7 total, which was really cool. He said they were just wanting to get rid of all their stock. This was like right before Christmas, so they were probably needing some extra cash. At a different vendor, I was able to pick up a standard AV cable for Super Nintendo GameCube for 50 cents, and I picked up this game for $2, so I got both for $2.50, and it's Shadow Hearts Covenant is complete, so that was really cool to see that there. I don't know much about the game. It looks pretty good though, so we'll see how it plays. I've got a huge backlog of PS2 games. I've really been focusing on playing Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo and Battlefield 4, so I don't know when I'll get to this. The last stuff that I have to show all came from the video game store, where I bought that bundle of video games off of a customer for $50. A lot of people were, worried that I was going to hurt my rapport with the shop, or that I was going to, bad karma, all that stuff. Well, guess what, guys? No bad karma, thankfully, because all this stuff, like I said, came from there, and I got all this stuff for great deals. I paid $45 for and there's a few things I'll talk about a little more in depth when I get to them. So some of these were the coolest things that I picked up actually. I've got the awesome Super Nintendo Secrets 2. It's kind of broken. All the pages that are there, I believe, but it's coming apart at the seam. And Super Mario World Secrets, and all these have like black marker, but it's not a big deal because I plan on keeping them all. Okay, and I also got a Nintendo Power Secret of Mana, and I don't remember how much he was asking for this. I think I only paid him like 50 cents since it was a magazine, so that was pretty cool to get. And by far the best of the books, these strategy guides right here. I asked how much they wanted for strategy guides. There was a girl working that day. She called and they said $2 a piece, but if I bought 5 or more, they do $1 a piece. I was only able to find 4 strategy guides. That's why I picked up the 2 books and the Nintendo Powers. So I said, since I'm getting these, can I get these for $1? She said yes. So I picked up a copy of the strategy guide for Chrono Trigger, which is an awesome strategy guide to get. This thing's pretty expensive online. I think these 4 strategy guides alone were about $75 online altogether. I got Breath of Fire, Secret of Mana, which is a really cool guide to get because I do plan on playing this one pretty soon, and Secret of Evermore. So now I actually have this one complete in box somewhere up there. I have the box. I think the manual's in there. But I have the box, game, and the strategy guide now, so that's pretty cool. Then I got the classic NES series of Link for the Game Boy Advance, Dragon Ball Z, Bu's Fury, and I actually picked up 2 of those. I figured that was a pretty good game to get. And then a game that I got for myself that I don't really know anything about, but it's an Atlas title, so I picked it up, and it's Super Army War. And the last game, Jurassic Park 3 Park Builder. On to the disc-based stuff. Yeah, we'll just jump. I don't know why I'm trying to talk more. We got Final Fantasy Tactics. Here's the funny one. Animal Crossing City Folk. And this is funny because this game and Super Mario Sunshine, complete besides the artwork. Both these games, I went 2 separate times actually. The first time I went, there was a girl working, and I tried to see how much she would sell me Super Mario Sunshine for, and she told me that she looked it up online and said that the best she could do was $20 because not having the paperwork. And then for the Wii games, I was like, well, what are you charging for Wii games? Because the other guy normally just charged me a flat rate. Well, she told me, well, it depends on the game. So I left this one sitting there that day, which was, they wanted $15, which is actually still a pretty good deal for that game. But I left those sitting there, and came back the next day, and I said to the guy, it's actually a few days later, but the guy that gives me better deals, I said, how much are your GameCube games? I didn't ask any particular game. He said, $2 a piece. So I picked up Super Mario Sunshine for $2 when the girl was going to charge me $20. And I said, would you do, I think $5 is what I said, $5 on Wii games? And he said yes. So I picked up City Folk for $5, which this is like a $30 game. And then all their Xbox games and PS2 games were $1, no matter who was working. And so I got Rez, a disc-only Shadow of Colossus, Radiata Stories, X-Men Children of the Atom. Really wish these would have had the cases. Those would have been cool games to add to the collection. And Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. And then I got Toe Jam and Earl 3. And they actually had like 2 more copies of this game. Same with this one. They had multiple copies of Castlevania Curse of Darkness. I think I already own this one. Should have probably picked up all of them for $1. And this one had multiple copies too, and it's Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, Silent Hill 2, Restless Dreams, and Wings of War. They had one PSP game that I thought was worth getting for a couple bucks, and it was R-Type Command. I think I only paid $1 for that one. So I decided that was a pretty good deal. Resident Evil 2. I get this game all the time just because it's a pretty good seller. I think I only paid like $6 for it. A case only for New Super Mario Bros. Which I'm still looking for this game, but I had them just throw this in for free, so I figured, might as well have them do it. They didn't have the game. And then here lately I've been buying all the DS games that I want there for $3 a piece for a loose cartridge, and they were doing $5 a piece on games that have their cases. And for some reason, when I asked him about Wii games, he said all of them were $3 like I normally get. So I took the advantage to get some of the box games for $3 as well. So I got Final Fantasy III, DK Jungle Climber, and this one doesn't have the original artwork, but it's Super Princess Peach. Okay, so those were all my pickups for this week. Actually, the last couple weeks I've held off on some of the stuff from the video game store. But, I was pretty impressed with the stuff I was able to get there, so it's still definitely a good honey hole for me to go to. So it's not like that they're, they cut all ties with me or anything like that. So this has been Retro Rewinder. I hope you guys liked this pickup video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.